As you can see, it's a pleasure to be welcomed here on Zoom, not in person, but on Zoom. She's back in the UK. Hello, Caylee Hammack.
Hello, it's good to be back. Very excited to be here.
No, it's good to have you here and good to have a little chat for you with you. You're back in the UK for the second time second time this year, obviously playing C to C. Welcome back. What do you love most about being here?
That's a very hard question. I think for me, it's never in a million years as a little girl growing up in a town, an entire county of 1,600 people in the middle of nowhere in South Georgia, did I ever think I'd get even the opportunity to come over here and just vacation, like just invest and be able to come over here and just enjoy it. So being able to find a job that I love so passionately that connects with people in different countries and gives me the excuse to come over and experience life in a different place. It's beautiful. But I think honestly, my favorite thing is I mean, typical artist answer, but truly, it's the fans, it's the listeners, it's the sincerity that I feel. I think that the fan bases here get told that all the time, but the reason we say that is because it's so very good. You feel heard. I feel as if I can be human and vulnerable on these stages in a way that is a little bit harder for me in different places because there's such a kindness and an openness to new music and an appreciation of it that I feel every time I get on stage here. So it's truly, I think for me, I love going around and seeing things. I love finding little thrift shops and popping in and out, but it's truly the people. I think that's why I love it so much here.
Yeah, and this time obviously you are playing the Long Road Festival this weekend. You're having a little mini tour with good
Mm-hmm.
friend Tennille Arts. How did the tour come about? Whose idea was it?
Yes.
And how like quick were you to say yes, let's do this?
So Tennille and I are both playing at longer, and I think she's playing Saturday. I'm playing Sunday. And anyways, our teams were both at the same booking agent, and our I had reached out, and I think she did too. That we wanted to get some other gigs and stuff since we were coming over, and we're over here at the same time. And yeah, we were like, well, heck, we like each other. Let's just do this. So I love Tennille Arts, man. She's a great human being. She is as sweet as she is talented, and even like last night, there was this really sweet thing she did that I was just like, thank you. I so appreciate you. I was on the road with Dirk Bentley last weekend, and Dirk's team, they are pranksters. They scared the heck out of me. I mean, they got me good 2 or 3 times in one freaking day. I don't know how they did it. But when I get scared, I just collapse. And if someone can breathe on me too heavy and I get a bruise. So my knees were all bruised up and it was not looking very elegant in the what I thought was an elegant dress. I'm
Yeah.
about to go on stage and she stopped me and she goes, "Do you want me to put makeup on that for you?" And I was like, "I forgot." And she was like, "I got you." And she's literally sitting there like patting her powder onto my bruise. And I'm like, "Thank you so much." And then later she was like, "My curling iron burned up. Can I use yours?" And anyways, it's always fun to get to work with other female artists on the road because in a mostly male dominated industry, I'm normally around a bunch and I love guys, but it's really nice to have somebody that's like in the same boat as you that has
Yeah.
went through similar struggles and stuff and wants to mean something with their music. And I feel like Tennille Arts and also our opening act, Labana Gora, I think both of them have that like
Yeah.
inside of them and in their souls.
No, completely. Well, it does look like having a lot of fun. That's for sure. Definitely with Alyssa
It is.
and Tanil. And I wanted to mention actually that thing with Dirks because I saw you posted on Instagram the ice bath. I mean, I've never done one and don't intend to do one, but I love that you just were shot in the whiskey. It was just great.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only thing Dirks had to say for me to do it was, well, if you don't think you can do it, you don't have to. All the guys that have been on the road with me have. And I went, how long have they went? I'm so competitive. Tennille and I were talking about this. I was like, I don't feel that competitiveness, artists, because it's like, man, we got the same struggles. We're going through the same trials and tribulations. We just need to stick together. But then when it comes to the boys, gosh, I'm so competitive. Like he was like, some of these boys only lasted a minute or two. And I felt like I was going to die in that thing. But I was like, how long do I have to do to just beat all of them? And anyways, yeah, I probably would have stayed in there until I passed out if he had told me they went any longer. But I showed them. So it was fun. That's really the only time I get competitive is with the boys.
No, it is unbelievable. And to be fair, I would, yeah, not get anywhere near it. So yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was great. Um, Now I want to
Yeah,
take it
it's a
back.
journey.
Definitely. I want to take it back a little bit because I've been a fan of yours for quite a while, actually. If I wasn't for you, was that like the album was just on constantly when it came out. Family Tree is like one of my favorite country bangers, definitely. Um, when obviously you put that record out and it's obviously out there, and do people still ask you about it a lot, like I am? But I mean, Family Tree especially. What has that song done for you, especially?
Oh man, family tree. So when I first, even from the day I wrote it, it was the first time I was ever put in a room with two hit writers to do a target write. And as a publishing house, it didn't have anything going for me at that point. I was supposed to be writing for Carrie Underwood. I go in there and I was like, you know what, Carrie is a big family person. Like, let's write. And so I got with Gordy Sampson and Troy Burgess, and we wrote Family Tree about my mom used to host Tupperware parties. I don't know if y'all had Tupperware over here, but
Well, we do, but
she
yeah.
it's just oh, okay. So you know what it is though. Last night in London, I had to explain what a double trailer was, and I love it. I Because there's so many times where y'all have to explain something to me I don't know. I'm like, y'all don't. Okay, let me tell you something. Anyways, so oh goodness, what was I talking about? I'll get so distracted in here.
Sorry, Family Tree, Family Tree.
Family tree, family tree. Okay, my train of thought derailed for a second. Anyways, I wrote it, I sent it in, I was really excited about it. And my publisher wrote back and said, do you really think Carrie Underwood's going to talk about her uncle in prison and smoking with her cousins? And I was like, well, I would. And anyways, it just turned out to be a song they didn't really pitch around. They just held for me. And I went in with one of my best friends who was at Mikey Reeves. He was at the same publishing house. We were both just songwriters trying to figure out our path. We went in and we had a $500 demo budget, and we got all of our friends to come in, and I paid them in tequila and liquor, vodka, and I bought Sonic slushies, and we pretty much got tipsy one night and did all the parts, and we had a lot of fun with it, you know. And
Yeah.
I had no reins over me. I was holding the reins and having no clue what I was doing with it, but it was a beautiful journey, and it is a beautiful thing for me personally to see a song that was kind of a tongue-in-cheek way of telling my family I love them and being grateful for them loving me no matter how wild of a kid I am.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was cool that that was the first song that I think it got to like number 28 or number 27 on the country charts in
Yeah.
America, and it kind of started me on this path, you know. So I'm very grateful for it, and it's I'm also very to have at least one song that has a drunk-proof part in the song that's like whoa, whoa, oh, you know, it's not too much to ask out of the crowd. They normally are willing to participate, so we always have at least one sing along part of the show, and that's nice too.
No, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, best part of my day when I turn the volume up and it's in the car, that's for sure. So it's like I say, it's definitely a
Oh,
favorite of mine. But you go from that kind of moment to something that I consider probably one of the most iconic moments in ACM's history. Bonfire at Tina's, that performance, what just was just great. Talk to me about that day and performing that song live on that stage.
oh, it was so much fun. So Ashley and I and Brandy Clark and Pillbox Patty, we had already sang together for "When Will I Be Loved," and when we sang that one at the CMAs, it was a lot of fun. I was so nervous that I had to take nausea medicine. I was dry heaving before I went up there and
Really?
could not myself stop. Thankfully, I had one like from long ago a surgery I'd had that they gave me anti-nausea medicine. I took it and I was just praying to God. I was like, don't let me barf on the CMA stage. Don't let me barf on the CMA stage. I take that really seriously. You know, it's an
Yeah.
honor. And I put a lot of pressure on myself. Well, the ACM was honestly the funner one because I had the CMAs kind of under my belt. And also I was with my girlfriends again. And right before the TV screen that was in front of us went up for the song to start, I leaned over to Ashley and I said, you know, me and you standing side by side behind the video wall is starting to become a common occurrence. And we both laughed, and she was like, I know. It, I feel like I feel like I've been given so many different blessings. And one blessing that I didn't even realize I could have was my first time ever on an award show. The two major ones that I always go to. I got to do it with girlfriends. I got to
Mm.
do it with friends. I wasn't alone in it. And so I felt much more comforted by that. And it did help the nerves. And, even before I went out, Miranda Lambert prayed with me because she knew I was nervous. And, oh man, there's just so many great women in country music. There's great men as well, but the women have truly just been such a backbone for me. And being able to do that song specifically, I mean, other than worrying hair catching fire in the back with that bonfire behind us, it was a special, special moment, and I'm just so grateful for it.
I was gonna say, you go from the video being what it is, which is obviously great, and then to that performance. I think it definitely does the whole song justice. That's for sure.
Oh, thank you. That was a fun video to shoot. I have never done donuts in the middle of a field before. That was sick.
I was gonna say, was that you? What, were you in the car doing it?
Yeah, at first it was supposed to be someone else and they weren't comfortable. And so I feel like these blinds are making my face look weird. I don't need any help in that, y'all. Anyways, so wait. Oh, hotel interviews, isn't it fun? Anyways, okay.
It's all good.
So, uh, um, so yeah, we were out there. I can't remember who it was driving, and they just didn't feel comfortable. And I was like, "I'll drive." And anyways, I had a blast with it. They had to tell me to slow down a little bit, but
I was gonna say it did look incredible, I have to say. Now obviously you've had many moments already in your career so far, that just been truly amazing. But at what moment, obviously, we spoke about Family Tree, we spoke about the ACMs. There's so much stuff that's happened in between. At what moment did you think in your career like, wow, this is it now? Like this is the moment. This is my time.
Mm, I don't know if I've had that moment. I think that God has given me small little assurances at moments like that, and it's hard for me to categorize one over the other. But as of recently, the one that has stood out for me personally, Glasgow, the first show of this run.
Mm,
Me and my band had not been able to get together. I was running, running, running. We had done these tours with a completely different setup, different songs. And so we get into this show. We were running off monitors in a building that didn't have the best sound. And so I'll be honest. I mean, I felt like I was really sharp and flat on some notes, and that kind of stuff really bothers me inside because when I come over here, I really want to give y'all the best show that I can. I want it to be the best I can possibly give you and leave it all out there. But I was so in my head the whole show, and I was pitchy. Oh, it was irritating me, but I couldn't
mm,
hardly hear, and my drummer couldn't really hear. And sometimes he'd go onto a beat that wasn't right, or Lance, my guitarist, would play the wrong chord. And whether I wanted to or not, I was extremely human on stage. I made errors, many
mm.
errors, but they knew every word to every song that was out. And I have never had an entire room sing back to me in that way ever in my entire life.
Mm.
And there was actually a moment that I had to like make myself disassociate. Like I had to just like step back in my mind because I was so touched by it. I was like, I'm gonna cry, and you don't look good when you cry, and you can't sing good when you cry, so you cannot cry right now.
Yeah.
Um, but right now, that's the one that has stuck out to me. Last night in London was amazing as well, but that first night, I think the reason it stood out so much was I gave them a lot of reasons not to be so encouraging. It was a messy
Mm.
performance, and yet they still loved me. And I'm so grateful for that. You just don't know. I went to my room and cried that night, but it was happy tears,
Yeah.
when I could finally let myself feel it, when I
Yeah.
didn't have to carry a tune in a bucket.
No.
So,
For sure. Well, it's great to have you over here, but it's time to play a game now. I did warn you about
okay.
this before. It's called Keep Calm and Name Country. You've got 30 seconds to name as many songs as you can by an artist that you pick. So I
Oh, wait.
appreciate
So it has to be a country artist?
it, ideally, yeah. But you can pick anyone you want, really. I'll be nice.
Okay. Okay. I was going to go with someone over here that I love, Kate Bush, but I can, okay. Ooh, I wasn't thinking about country. Okay. All right. I can do it. I can do it.
Okay, who are you gonna
You want
pick?
country?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pick Miranda Lambert.
Amazing. Right, I've got 30 seconds on the clock. If you are
Okay, are
ready,
we counting? Am I counting? Are you counting?
I will do the counting. I've got the stopwatch. You just name as many songs as you can. And I will let you know when we're nearly there.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Little Red Wagon. We got Tin Man, Kerosene, Gunpowder and Lead, a House That Built Me,
Yeah,
Bluebell, More Like Her, Mama's Broken Heart. Um,
half time.
what halftime? Oh, it's really nerve wracking when you have to do it really quick like this. I'm thinking about songs we've written and they're not out.
Three,
We have a song called Rhinestone. It's not out
two,
yet, but it's real.
one.
Um,
Done. Stop.
what's so funny is it wasn't a competition. I feel like I could do it, but wow, the pressure
It's
was on.
it's tough. It's tough. I think how many did you count in the end? Because I think I kind of lost count a little bit.
I I think
9?
9, 8. I don't
I'll
know.
give you 9. I think it was 9. I think it was 9.
Okay, give me that. Round it up for me. Round it up.
I mean, you even nearly gave away songs that's not aren't even out yet, so I'll let you.
Yeah, sorry. We do have a song called Rhinestones that I love dearly. It's a lot of fun. The beginning, the first line is a been bedazzled since I started breathing. Hand me down prom gown, mama cut the sleeves in. Poor kids fake it like they till it's something like they see on TV.
Love that.
Anyways, it's just very funny, but it's about bedazzling everything the way that we do.
That's amazing. Well, I did tell you that Tanil Arts played this game as well when she was on back
Uh-huh.
earlier this year. Now, the news is she picked the chicks and
Uh-huh.
she only named 5. So you beat Tanil.
Ah, well, oh, hey, I'm sitting here the whole time going, okay, Kate Bush, I got this, I got this. And then when you said country artist at the end, I was like, change of plans, change of plans. She's not country.
It's all
I just
good.
love Kate Bush. One of my main goals in life is I want to shake the hands of some of my idols, and Kate Bush is one of them. Dolly Parton is one of them. I have got to shake the hands and thank a few of my idols, but those two and Willie Nelson are probably my top three. So if you
Amazing.
know Kate, tell her I love her. I loved her before,
I
running up that
will.
hill came back into popularity.
I know.
I've been
Yeah.
here since the beginning, I swear.
You're day one.
So,
You're a day one Kate Bush.
yeah.
It's what we like. It's what we like. Now before we let you go, you've obviously collaborated with, as we've talked about, some amazing names. You've got Reba in there, you've got Ashley, so many other names. Is there someone, Chris Stapleton, of course, is there anyone else who you haven't as yet is on the hit list? Who are you eyeing up next?
Hmm. Honestly, I would love to sing with Eric Church. He asked me to sing with him the other night at this
Hmm,
festival we were doing together, and that was just a dream come true. I never thought that would happen. I would love to sing with him. I'd love to go on the road with him, and I would love to sing a song with Dolly Parton. But I think everyone in the world would like to sing a song with Eric Church or Dolly Parton. So I guess they're not the fanciest of picks, but I also think Jelly Roll is really incredibly talented and a sincere human being. And
hmm.
just when I met him, I automatically knew I was like, you're a good person. And I love surrounding myself with good people. So
Yeah,
I'd love to do something with him maybe.
amazing. Kaylee, it's been so good chatting to you. I'm so glad we got to do this. And I look forward to seeing you this weekend at Long Road.
Yay. Okay. Well, I will see you there then. Thank you so much for having me. I
See you
appreciate
there
you.
anytime at all.
Okay.